is afternoon coffee break
Hello.
time. How are you, Dr. Gina?
I'm good. How are you?
Lovely. So I am excited to have on coffee break time today a dear friend of mine who we kind of became friends accidentally, so to speak, but I don't believe in accidents. It was all God's perfect timing and orchestrating.
Mm-hmm.
But Dr. Gina doesn't even know this yet, but in December, so okay, side note, um, she started a mastermind group here locally that I got to be a part of and have gotten to know her and some other wonderful ladies along the year. And I picked up something special for Dr. Gina that I
What
haven't
is
even, she's been
it?
so excited with her new project that she's going to tell us about in a minute, but I haven't even had a chance to give it to her yet. So this is a virtual gift.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that's the best. Look at
And
that. A whole
just
year of dog
for
trivia. Get out.
yes, just for fun today. Oh, I got to put my glasses on because I can't see anymore. So today
That
is
is so
Wednesday,
fun. Uh-huh.
April 8th,
Yep.
and it says, did you know President Theodore Roosevelt's Bull Terrier Pete was notorious in the White House? His most famous act was chasing a French ambassador down the hallway and biting him in the rear, ripping his pants. After that, he was sent to live in the family's Oyster Bay, New York country home, Sagamore Hill. Now, I don't know if
Oh,
that's a
poor
picture of
Pete.
Pete, but anyway, so this is
Hey,
a
that's awesome.
yay. So,
I'm so
why in the world
excited.
might you think that I would be given Dr. Gina? Are you a veterinarian?
No.
No. So, why in the world would I be giving Dr. Gina a dog trivia? Hmm.
Well, and do you want me
Tell
to
us.
talk? Want me to say my business?
Yes.
Yes. So I'm actually opening a dog park bar. And I like to say that slowly because people don't really quite get it at first. So it's an indoor, outdoor dog park that serves coffee, local beer, and wine and cocktails. So now when you used to feel guilty for leaving your dog at home when you wanted to relax after a long day at work, you both can now go to the park and humans and dogs alike can socialize.
How exciting. So,
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I've heard of dog runs,
Mm-hmm.
right? We have a
Sure.
lot of
Mm-hmm.
those, or dog parks,
Dog parks,
that I
off
can
leash
just,
dog parks. Mm-hmm.
yep, unleash my dog and let him go run and play, which is great if dogs are at home, kept up while we might be
Mm-hmm.
at work or away. So, where did this idea come from?
So it's not it's I didn't come up with this idea. I'm only taking a fantastic idea and opening it in Louisville, the very first one in Louisville. When I lived in Austin, Texas, we were actually members of a dog park bar. So I don't know about other dog parents out there, but you have to take your dog out to properly exercise them. But I find it extremely boring to sit in a dog park and watch my dogs play. It's one thing if we can go hike or do something like that together where I can actually, because all right, it's all about me, where I can actually do something. But if I have to sit in a dog park and just stare at dogs playing, you know, it's boring. But if I could have a nice little beer or a cup of coffee and talk to other people and just kind of socialize, then, I'll stay all day. So we were members of one in Austin, Texas. There were actually two at the time. Now I think there's close to six. And yeah, so there's at least 3 dozen across the country, and there's already two franchises. Um, but we were members of one, and we were there. We had 3 dogs at the time, and we lived in a small duplex in Austin, Texas, and it was always nice. The weather was always great. But sometimes after a long day at work, we just didn't feel like going on a walk or a hike or sitting in a dog park. And this dog park bar opened. It was an old putt-putt, and she just transformed it into this mulchy area for dogs to run, and they served craft beer out the little putt-putt window, and it was the best ever. And we went there probably sometimes 4 nights a week because it was great. We would just go there, have a couple beers, and now the dogs got their energy out, And then we could either go out to eat because they're tired, or we could go home and fix dinner without them jumping all over us. So it was brilliant. It combined the best of both worlds. Great drinks and dogs.
Yeah, very cool. And for those of you watching locally, do you want to share where it's going to
Sure.
be?
So
Yep.
we're actually located in the Highlands at 800 Baxter Avenue. It's on the corner of Baxter and Broadway. It's the old Mr. Transmission Auto Garage. It used to be a doggy, it's called the Canine Social. It used to be a little doggy training and grooming place. So we've rented that space, and right now we are renovating it starting yesterday. Yes. So excited.
It has
Finally.
been
And what's really nice about this one that's different is that it's an indoor space, because we all know that Kentucky weather can be somewhat variable at any given time, and it would be kind of silly to have it all outdoors. Of course, in Texas, everything's outdoors, but this is a 4,000 square foot inside play space and an 8,000 square foot outside play space. So there's 12,000 square feet for dogs to run around. And we also have a little small doggy run for the smaller little pups out there. So everyone can enjoy themselves.
And I have seen the layout of this area, and it looks absolutely amazing. And the other interesting thing that I like about what you said is you're going to do, now I'm not a beer drinker, so I'm not necessarily interested in that piece of it, but I do appreciate the fact that you are incorporating local breweries.
Yes,
Is that right?
that is a must for sure.
Okay. And so what local breweries or are you allowed to say that yet?
Oh yeah, sure. I've spoken with people at Against the Grain and Mile Wide, and actually a new one. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's slipping my mind right now. False Idol. Do you know Vegrits, the vegan restaurant? Yeah, they just started brewing their own beer called False Idol, and it's really, really good. And so just anyone that can, those are really the people that I've spoken to. Goodwood. So these are some of the people that I've spoken to, but since we've been put off on construction for so long and I'm not ready to order yet, I just, kind of backed off on that for a while to try to get this construction underway. So, but yeah, that's really all I plan on carrying is local. I mean, we'll have some of that other stuff for some of the other people, but for some of those that like that, but mainly it's local. I drink craft beer, so.
Yeah, microbreweries, isn't that common term for small batch?
And we also serve, we have a full bar, so we have cocktails and we have wine, and we'll have the hard seltzers and things like that for anyone who doesn't necessarily like beer, but a little something for everyone, including coffee. So.
And local coffee also?
Yes, it's actually, we've partnered with Fonte's.
Okay.
Leo Fonte has been fantastic in helping me understand kind of the coffee world, and he's really been a mentor for me in that regard, because I knew absolutely nothing, but he's given me guidance on purchasing equipment and what to look for and how to do this and the temperature and everything like that. So he and myself and a couple others sat at his wonderful place on Grinstead at Fonte's Coffee House, and he brewed up 3 specialty blends just for PG&J. So that's exciting. So we'll be able to sell that retail and then serve that in the morning. So he's fantastic.
Yeah, he is his mind from an entrepreneur perspective just absolutely blows my mind. I remember I was in there, gosh, it's probably been last spring, and he was working with one of the local distilleries to have a coffee vodka.
Bourbon.
I don't even know what he ended up.
Oh, okay.
It was some kind of, it wasn't a wine, but it was coffee and some liquor. I don't know.
I think it was bourbon.
Bourbon? Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, but it was really cool. So tell me, what does PG&J stand for?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because, yeah, that's what most people say, PB&J. I'm glad you brought it up because a lot of people get a little tongue-tied with it, and I understand. But it's the first initial of each of my 3 rescue dogs from Texas, the inspiration for it all. Paco, Ginny, and J. Roddy. So PG and J's. And most people, I mean, some people have said, you know, that's a terrible name. You need to change it. And I'm thinking, well, that's the story. If you understood the story, then the name makes sense. But most of the time people just call it the Dog Bar, which is
Yeah.
fine. But PG&J stands for Paco, Jenny, and J. Roddy. So
Nice.
and I will say we did adopt a fourth dog. So
I thought you had.
yeah, we have a fourth one named Austin. When we moved back, we were fostering for the Kentucky Humane Society, and he was our third foster. And then I just couldn't. So I said, I'm not changing the name of the business. So we'll just have to make a little drink after him, or a little corner for a little Austin.
You can name one of the coffees after him.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And so I know that, oh, that's getting ready to go off. So last question. I know that there are a couple of cat cafes here in town, but they're more from a fostering perspective. So you can, if you're either a cat lover and you can't have a cat personally, you can go there and get your cat fill. Or if you're looking to adopt a cat, you can go there. Is the dog bar going to have any of that fostering component to it?
Yes, it's a very good question, because while the beer and the coffee brings the customers in, the point of this whole organization is to be a platform for awareness and education about the rescue community for dogs. So while we will not house dogs there, nor are we a doggy daycare, we will have several events throughout the year. Quarterly adoption events, the Kentucky Humane Society, the Great Danes of Kentucky Rescue, Miss Pitts and Friends. I mean, a lot of these organizations, the Shamrock Foundation, a lot of them I've reached out to and formed relationships with, so that we could host quarterly events for adoptions. And along with other events, there's senior night for our senior dogs out there. There's service industry or service dog night. Usually there's a service industry night, but now we're doing service dogs and discounts to veterans and first responders. And so yeah, lots of events. My goal is to pack the calendar with events with the goal in mind of rescue awareness, advocacy, and education.
I love it.
Fun stuff.
You know, that's one of the things that I appreciate about Gina, is that she has such a huge vision. And how can I take this one initiative and fit so many pegs in the hole? And I so appreciate that about her, and the way she thinks, and her mind is just phenomenal to me. So it's my honor to know you, Gina. And I'm so glad that you took some time to stop by today and talk to us about your new dog bar. So got any kind of goal time frame for grand opening? I know it's always a shot in the dark.
Well, now I'm saying 2020. I have shied away from giving dates and months and years, but today I can say 2020. I can't say a particular time.
It'd be December 31st, but still.
Yeah, but it'd still be 2020.
Very cool. Well, stay tuned, folks, as it gets open and running. And if Coffee Break is still in existence, then we might be having a coffee break at a dog bar. You never know.
You never know. You can follow us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page with lots of great interaction with the community, and also our website, pgjdogbar.com.
All right, and we'll put both those links in here too, so that if anybody wants to reach out. I know one friend in particular that's probably watching, Dana, is going to absolutely adore this. So anyway, all right, folks, well, that is our coffee break for today. So we will see you all on the next coffee break, and have a blessed and beautiful and healthy rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.